Hello friends and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to just come and see what I have going on. As you can tell, I am still working on this Presley's Dream. It is, I don't even know what today is. Today is Wednesday. My goodness. I can't remember what day it is. Hurricane Milton has just made landfall. And my husband and I were just sitting and watching it on Ryan Hall, y'all. And I watched and watched and watched. And that, I mean, I live in Louisiana, so I know, hurricanes are never the best thing to have hit. And even though I live in North Louisiana, we have been hit by hurricanes before. So we're just going to chit chat today. I'm just bringing you along on my sewing day. And I am looking forward to the weekend coming up. I'm probably going to have both of my grandbabies one day. Maybe. I'm not real sure. I can't remember. I can't remember which day I'm going to have my grandbabies. I know I'm going to have my granddaughter overnight one day. And normally when I have her overnight, my daughter will bring my grandson over. Because Mama and Daddy, both of them, my son and my daughter, they want their babies to know each other, and I don't blame them. They're their cousins. But I'm just looking forward to the weekend. We have had so much stuff happen this week. Weather-wise, now where I live, we haven't even gotten any rain in weeks. So, and I know that's horrible to even reflect on, where there's these locations that are just being devastated by all of this weather-related events. I know it's just hard. But I was talking to my husband today. I think it was today while we were having lunch together. When he is off work, he comes in and meets me, and we have lunch, and we just try to spend as much time as we can together. And he's spending his time right now probably on a video game. He has some online games that he does to relax, and I have my sewing that I do, so we're good with that. But we were just talking, and I was telling him, I think I'm just going to go on and pull my garden out. My okra is still putting on a little bit here and there, and I still have peppers coming on, but I'm literally not doing anything with any of it. The peppers I have now, I'm letting them dry. I'm probably going to freeze dry them so I can make a powder, so I can powder it, make it like a seasoning. I haven't really decided, but my cucumbers really didn't do what I thought they would do. I have a lot, but they just didn't do real well. And not really enough for me to even make make pickles out of. So, but this was the first time I'd ever grown cucumbers. The first ones I grew, they were awful. They were very bitter, just awful. So I pulled them up and did a second planting of National Pickling Cucumbers, and those did pretty good, but I've noticed they look like they have some kind of white mold on them, on the leaves. So I'm just going to pull those up. I'm just going to accept the fact that I need to stay away from cucumbers or do a little more research before I plant next year. You know, before I plant next year's little garden, because my garden is not a I'm going to live off of this garden type of garden. My garden is a, hey, let's see what we can grow kind of garden, because I'm just not a really big gardener. Okay, guys, so what I am doing right now is just putting together all the pieces that I have completed on this to see how many squares we can get. Now, I think I already have 6 of these, so I only needed 4 more. And I think 10 is a total. I'm going to look at the assembly instructions. Yeah, so 10 is all we need of each square. This will make me have 10 of the one with the white corners, and I have 6 of this one. Now, I do need to cut more fabrics for this one, but I will have to take a moment and come right back to you guys so I can look to see. I have some pieces cut out already. I have some already sewn together. Let's see, that's 6, so I need 4 more, so I should have 8 of these, and I don't think I do. No, I need 2 more of these. Yeah, I need 2 more of that strip, and that is our little 4 patches on each end and a little rectangle in the middle. Now, I have the little rectangles here, but being that I need 4 more, that means I need 16 of these, because each square has 4 of these, and I don't think I have enough of these at all. No, I only have 6 of these. So I will need to make 10 more of these. I will need to make 4 more of the 4 patches. Yeah. I think that's how it's at. I've got to get my math together, y'all. My math ain't mathing today. I'm not. I came home and I ate and I took a nap, and my husband and I was watching Hurricane Milton make landfall. We're watching Ryan Hall, y'all. If y'all don't know about him, y'all need to watch him. He's fabulous by means of getting the information out to you about weather. He's got such a huge team that helps him, so y'all really need to watch him. He's great. So, guys, I'm going to press my white squares real quick and then cut the additional fabric I need for my Lemoyne frayed chain blocks, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, instead of cutting the fabric for the rest of my Lemoyne chain, or Lemoyne frayed chain stars or blocks, I am going to just start assembling my rows with what I do have. That way I can go on and get these put together. And one thing I did notice in this is that there are no seams that nest. So what I am going to do, I'm going to flip that over so I only have the two seams that are coming together on the Ohio star. And we'll just get done with what we have, and then I will cut what else I need. Guys, I'm hoping to have this quilt. I know I won't finish it tonight because I still have to put I still have to assemble the rows in the quilt, and I know I have all of that left to do, but we're getting close. Will I have it done by the 15th? I hope so. I hope I will have it quilted by the 15th too. I hope I have time to get that done. And so we start with the Ohio Star and then the Lemoyne frayed chain. And then we do a Lemoyne frayed chain and the Ohio Star. I have to make sure it's going the correct direction because all of my diagonals need to be going in the same direction. Because even if you flip this block, it makes a difference. It will go the opposite direction and won't create the pattern needed for the quilt. Trying to make sure I have everything even here. And everything does seem to be matching up pretty good. My seams and all. Well, I mean, my seams aren't nesting, but my edges seem to be matching up pretty good. Now, I mean, I think it's because I've got that thing right there, and it's pressing my block the wrong way. Okay, so our next one is now we have 5 rows. We have 5 rows of 4. So I'm working on my 3rd one, so it needs to go this direction. I think I don't need to flip it. I think I need to keep it the direction it's supposed to go, because when I flip it, I may mess it up. And I have noticed I probably need to be pinning these. I'm going to try that to see if that makes it easier. See if it holds it all together better that way, and I'm not having to try to pull fabrics. But if you are working on the Presley's Dream, let me know. Let me know what you think about the measurements. I mean, and the cutting instructions. Mine were off a little bit. Now, I am going to try to, I may or may not try to adjust it, and tell y'all what the adjustments are, because it really is to each their own. I had a subscriber that said they cut everything to the same size as the Ohio Star, so her Lemoyne chain block, like the center block, is larger on the Lemoyne frayed chain than it is on the Ohio Star. And let me see if I can show you that. Let me find one that I've already got put together here. See if I can show you. See if you'll be able to notice it. Okay. Turn it this way. You will see this block right here in the center is bigger than this block. I don't know if you can tell that because of the colors. Not having much contrast there. But it is supposed to be larger. So here I'm going to, I think it was easier when I pinned it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue to pin my blocks here, just to make it easier as I'm sewing. That way my fabric's not slipping around and it's matching up and staying even. So it actually looks like we may make some pretty good time in doing this. So, and I'm just sewing. And guys, I'm so happy you've come along with me to chit chat. And I should just bring y'all on do a live with you guys and do this, because on the live it's so much easier to chit chat. But I probably wouldn't be looking at my tablet and looking at comments. So I would probably fail miserably at doing a live. So I guess it's a good idea I'm not doing a live, huh? So I hope you guys are sewing along with me on something. Just a little something. Don't have much news today. I mean, the only thing going on right now is Hurricane Milton. And that has just hit landfall. As I came in here and started sewing, it had just hit landfall probably about 30 minutes before I came in here. I was just checking to see if it was turning or anything. I don't have any family or anything in the area, but I'm still concerned. You know, it really, I worry about people. You know, it's something devastating that hurts the people of the United States, and I just hope everyone heeded the evacuation warnings and all that. You know, I just hope, I'm happy there's no surprises like what happened to North Carolina. That was completely unexpected for it to have made the turn that it did. And so many people were caught off guard. I'm still watching clips of people, you know, searching for loved ones and that, you know, may have lost communication, or, you know, it's just sad. Let's see how many we got here. Okay, so we have 5. So that's all we need is 5. So this one here, I'll show you the 2 blocks put together. It's going to have another white on the other end. And the whites, you know, you could put them any direction and they're okay. But that red one, you have to do it in a particular direction, because if you don't, your chain is not going in the correct direction, because this isn't a chain that crosses. This is a chain that they're all going to the left. And I thought that was strange that I really didn't realize that until I was in the middle of sewing one of them, and I was like, I better check the positioning of these. And sure enough, I had laid it out with it going the wrong way. And I hope I got them all the right way. I hope I did. Okay, so there's our, it's not a full row yet. We've got to get one more added to it for it to be a full row. And this one is I call this the red block. I call this the white block. So I need another red. And this is my last red. So I will only be able to add blocks to the ones that have white on them, or that need a white block. And this one I'll be able to add another white to it as well. I don't know why I didn't just cut the other fabric that I needed. Probably because if I got it done, I want to, if I've already got something done, I'll do it, because when I cut fabric, I have to move my machine over out of the way, because this is also my cutting area too. Okay, so being that those are all the ones that I can do with the red block, I'm going to take them off. Well, this is the last one I can do with the red block. This one here, I need another red on, but that's what it looks like. But I can put another white block on this one. So let's see. We are going to do this. So guys, I'm just rattling on. I'm just sewing. If y'all are wondering, do I have anything important to say today? No, I don't. I'm just sewing. I'm just enjoying sitting here sewing. That's all I am doing. Sometimes it is fun just to have a nice, quiet sewing day. Just be able to sit down and sew. I hope to be able to do that Friday. I don't know if I'm going to end up with my granddaughter that day. I would rather have her Saturday night than Friday, because Friday's the day I get everything done. I can do a lot of sewing on that day. I can get all my groceries done. Saturday I have that wedding, so I'm not going to get any sewing done that day, because I'm going to be spending the day with my family. But okay, this is not my first row, but it is the first row that is fully completed. You can see there. That's the whole row. I'm going to just lay this over here to the side so I can press. And let's see what the next one is that I have. I can open it up and tell by the direction the Lemoyne frayed chain is going, if it is the next one is a white or a red. Which direction it needs to be going. So guys, what are y'all working on right now? I mean, do you have a lot of projects going? I have really not been feeling creative this week. Sometimes that happens when I don't get to sew over the weekend like I normally do. Sometimes that happens. And sometimes I just don't want to record. I just want to sew. Today probably be one of those days y'all are wishing I probably didn't record and just sew to my heart's content. Because I don't have anything exciting. I'm just making this quilt. That's all I've got going on. Just making this quilt. I would like to, if at least, get everything, all the blocks that I have, I would like to get them all on a row tonight. Which I don't think is going to be too big of a problem, because that way I can figure out exactly what I need. What blocks I'm missing, what pieces I do have, and I know I'm going to have to come up with a backing also for this. I have white, but I'm not going to use most of my bolt for this. Okay, so this one here, that is square 3. So that one needs a Lemoyne chain on it. This one needs a Lemoyne chain. So this one must need the white block. So we may have and I only have one white block left after this one, so I will have Lemoyne chains left to make. And so y'all are going to get a very short video tonight, just of me sewing. Just getting it done. I was hoping to bring something else today, but I was like, nope, got to get this quilt done. Because I do want to get started. I have 2 more quilts up next. Once this one's done and the Jelly Roll Irish Chain is done, I have 2 more quilts already in line to do. But until I get that Jelly Roll Irish Chain done, there's going to be, I was thinking that maybe I would do something new, after this one was done. But I think what I'm going to do is catch up on blocks that I'm behind on my monthly things before I start a new quilt. Just so I can have everything caught up. I've got to make sure I have all of my fabrics. For one of the quilts, I'm going to be testing. Okay, that looks like all I can do right now. So, let me cut and then we'll be back because we haven't done very much today. So, we're just going to cut. I'm going to sit here and calculate what I need and I'll bring y'all right back. Okay, so I broke out my stripology here and cut my blocks down. I only needed 8, I think. Let me make sure. Because I think I only needed 2 of these. Yeah, I have 4 more blocks to make. So that means I only need 8 of those and I have 6. So what I'm going to do is just make my, I'm calling them 4 patches because it's 4 squares, and I'm just going to go ahead and pin all of them together so I can just zoop, 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 get them done. And I kind of like to give you guys a timeline when I'm doing stuff, just kind of keeping you up. Right now, I'm right at an hour, and that's with pressing, cutting, all the things, so. But we're hoping to get this one done. I may not get all of the blocks done tonight, but everything I have done has been put on a row. And hopefully, I should have done something different tonight and just did this over the weekend. And I moved my machine down, so I got to move my foot pedal a little. Ooh. I give my foot pedal a little too hard of a push, didn't I? But yeah, I probably should have done something different. But I still had this sitting over here on my machine, and I didn't want to put it away. And I thought, well, we'll just do this one again. Just go on and work it until it's finished. And hopefully it'll be pretty soon, because I realized the other day I have some blocks that I have not done that I need to get done. I want to end my month of October caught up with everything that I'm working on. Not necessarily finished, but like all my quilt tops are done. Now, if I have a quilt that I'm working on, yeah, it's probably not going to be done, but I don't want to have a block of the months hanging out there that I need to do. I may get a few finishes done. I have quite a few that I want to do. But I say that all the time, and I just never seem to get it done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start making my top and bottom rows. That's what those are. And then I'll have to cut more to make my center blocks. So for top and bottom row, we've got to make sure we're going the right direction, which we are. Okay, so now I have my 4 patches done. I'm going to call them cornerstones. Got to get back in my chair good here. And we are going to start making the top and bottom rows again. We only need 2. And I'm always making sure that my my red blocks are angling from top left to bottom right. On both ends, that is how they will be. Top left to bottom right. And we are close to having everything for our Lemoyne frayed chain blocks done. This is called Not Perfect Sewing. I did with what I had when I first got my box, and so I cut all my fabric that I could, and that's when I realized, well, that's not when I realized. I realized when I started working on it that I didn't have, first off, the cutting instructions lacked some cutting instructions. and I had a subscriber tell me that the measurements were off on the Lemoyne frayed chain. So on the Lemoyne frayed chain, everything but the center block I have cut down by 1 inch on top and bottom, or side, all the way around, you know. So now I have all of my top and bottom rows. Now I need to work on the center row. And we have 4 blocks, so we only need 2 pieces of this now, so we need 8. I don't think I have 8. I think I only have like 4. So I will need to make 4 more of these. Now on these rectangles, I cut the length from here to here, or here to here, stayed the same. From here to here, I cut down by 1/2 inch. So let's see what our next step is. We will need to make the center block of this, which is the big red and white, and the big white and red. So let's see what that one calls for. Okay, now we're working on doing our large center block for the Lemoyne frayed chain. Got all of these cut, sewn, cut again, and I'm just pinning these like I did the smaller ones. Now this block is the one that I left the size that it was, and this is the one that I adjusted the size of the block. I mean the size of their squares in the block from, because I wanted this one to stay the size it was, because this was kind of like the centerpiece of the block. It is the centerpiece of the block, but it's supposed to kind of like draw your eye to the center of the block because it is larger. So I only need 4 of them because I only have 4 more blocks to make. And I think I'm going to end right, after I finish these getting cut. And I may finish this without you guys, but I will show you what I get done. But I've been sewing for about an hour and a half tonight, and I said I wasn't going to do this. Y'all know, previously I said I was only going to do an hour sewing. But here I am. But this is something I'm trying to get done. So I'm going to give myself grace on this one. I'm going to forgive myself for this one. But hopefully the next time I bring you guys back and we're doing this one, hopefully we're quilting it or binding it and it's done. Because I do know in order for me to have it done by the deadline, I will have to quilt this one myself. So guys, I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you so much for joining me on our quick little sewing trip today. Keep everyone in Florida and North Carolina still in your prayers for the devastation that has hit their homes. And pray for safety for all of them. And guys, thank you so much once again for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you have not. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a blessed day. Goodbye.